muchachos. Today I'm going to walk you through the second practice sheet for acabar de plus infinitives. This time, we're looking at some Spanish statements and questions, and we're going to translate them to English. So the way we're going to think about it is a little bit different. The directions say, escribe las frases en inglés. Follow the model in the video. Use the vocabulary provided at the bottom as needed. There are just a few phrases at the bottom here that you may need help with since we've been away from the classroom for a little bit. So we're going to look at the directions step by step here. It says, look at the form of acabar de in blue to find out who or what just did something. Look at the infinitive or infinitives after the de in red to find out what they just did. And look at the other details in green to finish the sentence. All right. Number 1 says, ¿Acabas de tomar el almuerzo? The first thing I notice when I look at this is that it is a question. So I want to make sure when I translate that I write it in the form of a question. Going through the steps, if I look at the blue form of acabar de, I can see here that it is acabas, which is the you form. So I'm going to start my question, did you just? I'm going to look at the infinitive after the de and the other details in green to find out what the rest of my statement is. Tomar el almuerzo. Tomar el almuerzo is a phrase for to eat lunch. So the question is, did you just eat lunch? Okay. Let's look at number 2 that's not a question. Again, I'm going to take a look at the acabamos de to figure out who has just done something. Acabamos is the nosotros form of the verb, so we just did something. Looking at the verb aprender, we just learned. Okay? Now remember, because this is expressing the past tense, your verb aprender, when you translate to English, will need to also be in past tense. But you're thinking, wait a minute, in number 1, we used eat. Yes, we did, but it is a question, so we used did you eat, and that was your past tense verb. Okay? So coming back to this one, acabamos de, we just, aprender, learned. What is it we learned? Un verbo nuevo. We just learned a new verb. Okay? Acabamos de aprender un verbo nuevo. We just learned a new verb. Use the steps. Rewatch the video as many times as you need to in order to help you finish the exercise. Send a comment in Google Classroom if you need additional help.